I absolutely love it when companies reach out to me, when people reach out to me, because they want me to check out something new. For example, this package just came in from DNK Knives in Arizona. Shout out to them for sending me some stuff. I do not get to keep all this stuff, but I do get to share it with you. Now, I am super excited because what's in this package are knives that I have not checked out before, as well as a more premium version of a knife that I have recently checked out. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. All right, guys, check it out. So these 4 knives made their way to my desk from DNK Knives. I'm going to go ahead and put the website on the screen because they were cool enough to send these my way. These are 4 knives that I've never ever had in hand before, and it's an awesome opportunity. They reached out to me and they said, hey, would you like to check out any of our knives and, even some personal knives? And I said, absolutely. Listen, I love being able to check out new knives. It's one of the best parts of having a channel is having that opportunity. So shout out to them for making this possible. Now, I do want to mention that 1 or 2 of these are personal knives of the gentleman over at DNK who runs the place. And so we'll go over that when we do that. However, this is not a review. These are just unboxings and first impressions. I will be doing full reviews of all of these knives. So if you like anything here, make sure you hit subscribe so that you're notified when the full reviews come out. So first up, we have an Alliance Designs knife. This one is called the Deimos. The designer is Walter Randolph, which I have no experience with. The steel is M390. The handle is carbon fiber and zirconium. Right off the bat, I love that it's a pull tab to get that open. Wow. So the case feels premium. That is a very soft felt-like zippered case. Yeah. So this is the Deimos. And I gotta tell you, this is one that I did request specifically, and I was surprised because when they reached out to me, I'll be honest, I hadn't checked out their website before. They didn't ask me to plug them. They didn't ask for anything. They just asked if I wanted to check out any of their knives, which is cool. I mean, there's no strings attached. I'm not getting paid for any of this. There's no affiliate links. But I did notice that DNK Knives has a bunch of knives that are either not available or out of stock elsewhere. So if you're looking for something and you haven't been able to find it, go check them out, because I'm telling you guys, when this little known secret gets out there, people are going to start flocking to this website, and those knives that are not sold out there will be sold out just like they are everywhere else. Alliance Designs is not a knife company that we see at a whole lot of other places. And usually when they're out there, they tend to sell pretty damn quickly. So we're going to find out why. Again, this is a Walter Randolph design, premium materials. I'm not necessarily certain if I remember what the price tag on this is. I want to say it's $200 to $300, but here we go. First open, it is a flipper tab, carbon fiber on the show side, titanium on the clip side, and here we go. Yeah, that action feels good. I love this blade shape. We have a bit of a recurve up into a deep belly, and then sort of a harpoon style swedge here at the top. That's perfect for getting your thumb locked in behind there, especially when there's no jimping like there is here. There is absolutely no jimping on this knife. Right off the bat, I can tell you that we're looking at a T that looks bigger than a T8. I will put it on the screen if I can figure it out at some point. Again, guys, not a review, just my first impressions. And I gotta say, I really like it. I like the fact that this is your old school style carbon fiber. Like, that's cool. I feel like we've gone away from, true carbon fiber in search of fancier looking carbon fiber. But regular carbon fiber is just so underrated. Can I get a full 4-finger grip? Yes. Yes, I can. Can you choke up on here? Yeah, you can. This is a bit of a finger choil or finger cutout. It's not perfectly sized for a finger, but you know what? You could definitely get up there in a pinch. And having your thumb right here rest against the apex of that spine is nice. We get some good cutting relief here at the top. It feels like ceramic ball bearings on this action too. And let's check out this lockup real quick. Yeah, lockup is going to be in there, I'd say right at about 30%. Pretty good. The pocket clip is nice because it doesn't get in the way. I feel like the most natural grip on here is a saber grip choked up with your finger kind of trigger pulling that finger cutout right there. Overall, if you want to know, you know, just how big this knife is, or, you know, rather if it's big, let's go ahead and compare it against something. We'll put it up against a CJRB Pyrite. This is a good comparison knife. A lot of people have these. It is a tiny bit longer than the Pyrite. I would say that carry profile against the Pyrite, it's actually pretty dang close. Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. So if you want to know how big this is, think of a CJRB Pyrite and then make it a little bit longer, add some premium materials, and there you go. Really, really cool piece. I am digging this one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that those are zirconium collars. It said zirconium. Yep, Zirc. So zirconium collars. Sweet. I will go ahead and get this out of the way. Let's check out another one. All right, so I'm super excited about this one. Shout out to Lefty.edc because he plugs Jack Wolf knives so damn much that listen, I'm not a slip joint guy, but I've been wanting to check out a Jack Wolf's knife for a while. I know they come in these cans. These cans are collectible in and of themselves. They've got these cool graphics on there. Because I've never opened one of these before, you betcha we're going to check it out. All right, so you know what this reminds me of is those tennis ball cans. You know, like, does it have that fresh tennis ball can smell? No, not really. You do get this little pog up here at the top. That's cool. We're going to keep this all together because I think that this is a brand new one. I'm not sure if this is his own. Inside the can, we've got this really, really nice premium cloth, and I'm going to try to keep all of this together. And then, of course, we've got a slip. This is cool. I like that they come with the slips. The slips are kind of a part of slip joint life, you know. And then, of course, there's also a sticker in there as well. The Feelgood jack. Yeah, I've been really, really looking forward to this one. So let's go ahead and get this unrolled. Here we go. Wow. So it's smaller than I thought it would be. This is the limoncello color. It's the yellow-green fat carbon. And I'm never surprised anymore when fat carbon looks so much better in person than it does in pictures. In pictures, it has a tendency to look flat, but you'll notice that the yellow really pops and you get the shine, and it adds a lot of depth. What we've got here is titanium with fat carbon fiber right here. And because it's a slip joint, wow, that is stiff. Listen, I'm not used to slip joints, but damn, that actually feels good. They call that the walk and talk. And I'm not a slip joint guy, so I'm not going to pretend to know just how good the walk and talk is on here. Instead, I'll just quote everyone else who says that it's phenomenal. I really like that you get this bit of a swedge here just at the tip. That's sweet. And this would be a killer box opener, a nice everyday type knife. Gosh, this is nice. I could have sworn that he said that this one was one of his personal users, but it looks and feels brand new. Gosh, that is good. That is really good. Nice and stiff right here. Like you're not going to accidentally close this on yourself. You're going to know when this closes because it's got to be really intentional. If you look there, it's got a beautiful satin finish as well as this long nail nick. And guys, yeah, no, this is cool. This is going to be a really great EDC for people that just need something simple. Titanium bolsters, fat carbon, and a really, really well done fat carbon too. That's got to be one of the best fat carbon finishes that I've seen as far as depth and shine and clarity goes. Yeah, that's really nice. Gosh, super cool. Super cool. All right, and next up, this is the Heretic Cleric II. Double-edged blacks. I'm assuming that means that it's the dagger style. Of course, I think I've only ever seen the clerics with the dagger style, with the breakthrough blue. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Heretic knives other than it was basically started by Anthony Marfione's son, Tony. So, you know, Tony Jr., I'm not real sure about that relationship, but it's one of those things where I just saw so many similarities when I looked at pictures and videos online that I never really thought to get one. But this is cool. All right, so check this out. You get a bottle of OTF lube in there. That's sweet. So many people, when they get OTF knives, the first question they ask is, well, what do I lube it with? What do I renew that with? You know, do I get rem oil? Do I get this? Do I get that? And so many people out there will just tell you whatever. And then you don't really know, but gosh, this is big. The length of this kind of reminds me of a Microtech Cypher, but this doesn't look like any Microtech. I mean, this ball bearing clip, by the way, if you didn't know, ball bearing clips were first put on knives by Todd Begg and Begg Knives. So anytime you see a ball bearing clip, you know where that was inspired from. Some ball bearing clips are really well designed. Some are not. This one, having not been put in a pocket, I'm not sure which that is, but that's cool. I did a little bit of research beforehand. I know that this is a steel inlay, and that's kind of a crazy inlay with the bulging round things. How does that feel? Yeah, okay, that feels good. Definitely a bit of weight to it. Side actuated, or rather flat actuated. Okay, let's just check it out. Wow. Okay. That action is smooth. It's smooth, but you definitely notice it when it comes out. It's forceful. And this blade is long. Would you look at that? Let's see about the lockup. Yeah, lockup is good. I would actually venture to say that the lockup on here is better than a Microtech. And wow, check that out. The blade is in MagnaCut too, CPM MagnaCut. Now, the big question everybody asks about MagnaCut is, what's the HRC? Because a lot of times HRC for MagnaCut is between 60 to 62, but you don't really start getting the uber premium edge retention until about 63, 64. I won't pretend to know what they heat treated this at, but if the quality is anything like how they did these handle scales, I would imagine it's pretty good. As far as whether or not that pocket clip is reversible, it kind of looks like it is. That looks like an insert that you could remove and then place that clip on. And shout out to them, because I know that they actually redesigned this clip, because Heretic used to have not a very good looking clip. If you watch some videos on old Heretic knives, you'll notice that the pocket clip has definitely changed, and I think that that's for the better. The actuation on this, the button's not too difficult to use. There is a ton of jimping up top, but it's shallow jimping, and it has this stepping right there. If you like dagger style blades, this is definitely one to check out. It's a big boy though. Understand that this is not a small knife. That's a decently sized knife. This is way, way more. Like, I've got large size hands. See how much of the handle scales are left after I get a full fist grip on here. And yeah, that is super cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Very premium. You're probably going to be looking around the $400-ish price point. But for American made, high quality out the front knives, that's kind of the territory for it, right? This is a really, really nice out the front knife. Impressive. And it's not exactly like a Microtech either. So, you know what? I've got to give them props on that, because I know a lot of their other models did share some similarities between Microtech and their own designs. And I see them trying to get away from that, and I can appreciate that. Great job. Beautiful, beautiful knife. And then finally, you saw that right. That is the initial Begg Knives logo with the T. This was back when Todd Begg was a part of Begg Knives, and he is no longer a part of that company, but yeah, look at that. So this is the Steelcraft series. They don't make these anymore. This is a Glimpse. Sticker says that it's a Glimpse with Desert Tan G10 frame, carbon fiber inlay, non-fluted blade. Cool. Now, we already have a Glimpse. This one was sent to me by Begg Knives. This is part of their steel series, their new, more budget-friendly series. So I'm really interested. This is the mini glimpse, and this is a glimpse. The box opens from the side. We get a little bit of notice here. What looks like, yeah, this is their old school scannable authentication. Yeah, congratulations on your new Todd Begg Steelcraft Series knife. This card serves as your certificate of authenticity, SKU number located on the inside, so on and so forth. All right, so let's check this out. Okay, yeah. So essentially, it's a bigger version of the mini glimpse. Who'da thunk, right? Now, I really like this knife. I think that the mini glimpse is a really, really nice EDC knife. I enjoy it a lot. And if you want to see more information on this, I will post the link to that video up above. Yeah, no, you can tell that this is a user knife. You can see, the smudges on the blade. You can tell that this has gotten some pocket time. It's got that really awesome backspacer that I'm a big fan of. I like that. It's got that elongated lanyard hole if that's your jam. And then of course on this one, it has that fuller or that fluting right there, a single-sided captive pivot. But ultimately the design is the same, just, the bigger version, the bigger size. Okay. Right off the bat, I will say this. Maybe it's just because this is a knife that's been carried and used, but the detent feels a little heavier on the smaller one. I could just be imagining things, but the blade shape is the same. You can see the scratches on the blade. I love seeing, what knives look like once they've been used and they've been gone through. It's got very similar design aesthetic where it's got the flat and then a nice deep hollow grind. Also, look at that. The same crowned spine before going into a deep swedge. That swedge is perfect, by the way, for some good cutting relief. On this one, you can absolutely choke up. This is great. Love the ergos. Love the carbon fiber inlay on that G10. And if I'm not mistaken, yep, this is S35 VN. There we go, S35 VN. Nice. Nice action, nice ergos. This feels great in the hand. The bigger size is definitely cool. That feels good. See about that action? Yeah, action is good. I believe that this one was made by Riot. I'm not entirely sure. Now, I have recently been in communication with Begg Knives, and what they've told me is on their new steel series, they have their own manufacturing groups in China that make their knives. And they trained those manufacturing groups just like they trained Riot. So I believe that the Steelcraft series is made by Riot. These are not, but I can tell you that the difference in quality is very minimal. Very high quality on both of these knives. And they almost feel like they've been made by the same manufacturer. So you can tell that they did a good job when they trained those manufacturing groups, whether it's Riot or somebody else. Fantastic job. Wow. I would love to see them make another full-size glimpse again, because this feels great. I kind of want one in titanium, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm a titanium whore, okay? I like the super premium materials. I like the heavy feel, the smooth feel of titanium, especially if it's been bead blasted. I know, I'm simple. Don't judge me. I like what I like. This one's cool too. The G10 and the carbon fiber inlay, it gives you a lot of confidence in a use case scenario. And S35 Vienna is a great steel. S35 is awesome. Designed by Chris Reeves in conjunction with Crucible Industries to make a steel specifically for knives. And they did a fantastic job on that steel. S35 is still very good in my opinion. These, you can't buy these anymore, guys. You can't. As it currently stands, you can buy a mini glimpse. And I know that they're going to be coming out with more versions of the mini glimpse. So if you want a mini glimpse, just know that Begg Knives is making them. I think that this is a great, great knife. And I really like seeing the difference between a full-size glimpse and a mini glimpse. if I could buy one of these full-size glimpses right now, I 100% absolutely would. Great ergos, good materials, very user-friendly. I like that you have that fluting right there because it actually gives you a nice contact point for the tips of your fingers, something that you don't see a whole lot of. Wow, that's fantastic. Again, shout out to DNK Knives because I didn't think I was going to get a chance to see one of these and to have it come across my desk, but this is fantastic. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm super stoked to do some more in-depth reviews on these guys. Let me know which one of these knives you're excited to see a more in-depth review on. Are we going to go with the full-size Glimpse or maybe the Alliance Designs Deimos? Or what about the Heretic Cleric II? Or are you here for the Jack Wolf's knife Feelgood? So much goodness on this desk. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, boohoo, I will see you in the comments section. And if you want to see the full reviews, make sure you hit subscribe and smash that notification bell. I'm Rollshambo. I'll catch you on the flip side.